Hola everybody, we are in Ibiza. We are here for our wedding in 2021 and we're just here wedding venue hunting. Adam's done a lot of the planning actually. He's been so good. You know, like normally they say men don't get involved and don't do anything. It's kind of been the opposite with me and him at the moment. He is organised. So we're here for 5 days and he's organised us to meetings with like every place that we both liked basically. So we're currently at the first one, Cala Gracienta, and that's on the south part of the island, isn't it, Adam?
Southwest?
Yeah, southwest part. And you can have a ceremony here, you can have the dinner here, and you can have the after party. Ceremony wise, I don't think it's for me. I don't want to get married on the beach. I've kind of got in my head what we would like. I think we kind of both like a cliff top overlooking Vedra. What is that? Is that a rock formation or yeah? It's like a rock formation, isn't it? So I think we both like that, but we kind of don't know where that is or who. I don't know who owns it or like yeah. So I think we need to speak to a wedding planner to find out more about that. But this is kind of more for like the after thing, and we both don't want anything too formal. Like we don't want to sit down 3-course meal. Like I wanted pizza, so when we were planning it in Italy I wanted pizza and gelato, and Adam, now we're having it here, Adam's like, let's go for paella as well, so it'll be pizza and paella, which I think is a really good idea. We got here last night. I've done a separate travel vlog that's going to go up, and that's kind of our travel journey here, traveling with a toddler on a plane. She was great, so head over and watch that video if you want to see more of what we do to keep her occupied on the plane here. It was a 3.5 hour plane. It was a little bit delayed, but she was fine. And then yeah, and that's it. We're just at the beach club now, and we've just been in the sea, and yeah, I'll keep you updated. So wedding venue, to have it here, we're not it hasn't taken us aback, and we haven't been like, wow, this is the one. So we're gonna have to keep looking. Just heard Adam's having olives and alioli, and so is Pollyanna, but I don't like that, so I've got French fries as always. Pollyanna's been very good. She's not stepped on the sand since we got out of the sea. Just had to re-sun cream her. And she's just very chilled today, which is very nice. Are they dancing? Yeah, she dropped that on the floor. I like it. That's the way. I like it. When she's ever unsure of anything, she always like touches me. Hello.
She likes hitting them down though. Come on, back.
No, you got to keep your hat on, haven't you? Give it to Mummy, quick. No. Wait. Where's Daddy? Woo!
Pollyanna, tap. Pollyanna. Tap.
Come tap it.
Tap.
Go on then.
Tap. And then ready? Fingers. Tap.
Wow!
Ready? Lift it up with me. Yeah!
Yay!
We've done loads and loads of these.
I was watching.
Build them up and put them back down.
This is where you can have the cocktails and the drinks. And then over here is where we would be having the actual venue. It would be up here. We have finished looking at the first venue and we're now on to our second one, which is Hacienda. This isn't a beach club, this one, so it's going to be something different. Pollyanna is asleep. We've showered and she's asleep. We showered at Cala Basa, they have showers there, which is handy, and now we've just got back to the car, but we forgot to put a towel over the car seat, so it's like really, really hot, so we're just waiting. We've put the aircon on blast and just waiting for it to cool a little bit. And then, yeah, I'm so tired already. It's so hot. It's got hotter as the day's gone on. It's like the end of the day, but it's boiling, absolutely boiling. So already I'm getting good vibes from this one. So this is Hacienda, and I found a photo of the amphitheatre where you can get married, and that is why we're looking at this one. And hopefully they're going to be a little bit more informative than what Cala Basa was.
6.
Yep.
Again, it's up to you. Do you prefer to start earlier or later? We would recommend around 6 because you're going to enjoy the sunset the most and the daylight the most.
That was beautiful. I couldn't show you the hotel. She did say not to film, but the amphitheatre was incredible. The views are just amazing. But the after part, so where you would go to have your cocktail drinks and then your meal, and then they had another a room, a separate room for the DJ, so you couldn't have a DJ out on the balcony or out on the terrace or music. It had to go in another separate room, so they were like all kind of separated, but you could open all the doors to each of them. But that would need a lot of decorating and a lot of, yeah, it's just, I kind of want to be out in the open, I think, when it comes to the partying. I want to be, yeah, outside still, I think. So we both really, really loved the amphitheatre itself for the ceremony, but for the rest, I'm not sure. It's not, no, it's not, is it? The only downside to the amphitheatre was the way I would be walking in. So nobody would see me walking down the aisle. I would be walking, everyone would be sat in the amphitheatre and I would be walking along the side to Adam. Oh my god, I'll do that other side. So he would see me walking down, but nobody else would until I got in front of everybody. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's kind of your moment, isn't it? Walking down the aisle and like my children walking with me and everybody. Yeah, I kind of want everybody to like look back. I want that kind of look back, look at her moment, I think. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, darling.
And it wasn't a smooth path either. It was like really hilly and rocky and off-road type. So that I tripped even when I filmed like a little bit like walking towards Adam to see what it would be like, and then I tripped. So imagine what it's going to be like in a wedding dress and heels. Like, yeah, that would be a bit much. But yeah, and nerves. But the setting was so perfect. Like, if you could, yeah. So now we're going to our third one of the day and the last one, and that is Elements, which is near here. But this, what is this? More?
This is a beach club.
Beach club, yeah. So yeah, more of I think what we have in mind for after party. But yeah, so
But it's not
been,
the
yeah, not the ceremony. None of the beach clubs, yeah, none of the beach clubs have that ceremony factor to it. Like, it's so hard if you could combine them all. Oh, I've dropped my phone. Yeah. Here we go. On to the next one. So this is Elements, but again, it's kind of, this is all like a really open beach here. But we'll speak to them and see what they say. It might be a lot bit better inside.
Pollyanna.
So I think from first impressions, it's actually a no. I don't really like the sand. It kind of looks like a car park.
We're expecting the actual wedding here.
This is Pollyanna's reaction when she sees the sea. She goes, oh yeah! Where are we now?
Hello.
We are now at Cala Gracienta for lunch. I can't remember where we ended yesterday. What was the last thing we saw? Elements. So yeah, Elements. No, it ran out of battery. Elements had some down points. It was a nice wedding ceremony setting, but then the bride arrives on boat and it didn't have an aisle again, which I realised is something that I do want. I do want an aisle. I want Adam to like to watch me walk down the aisle, and then also walking from where you have the ceremony back to the bar. There's no like walkway, so everyone would be walking on like sandy, dust. It wasn't even sand, it was like rocky, dusty grit. So I didn't really like that. The sea was not clear whatsoever as well, whereas everywhere like Cala Basa had really clear sea. It was really beautiful. So yeah, but the food at Elements was incredible, so I'd really recommend you going there. I had steak and Adam had, what did you have again? I can't remember. What did you have last night?
Seafood linguine.
Seafood linguine, and the food was amazing, so I'd really recommend going there for food. And we just took the first wedding venue of the day today. So Pollyanna is in her beautiful Stella McCartney dress today, but she's standing up. Say hello.
Some bread, Pollyanna.
It was so embarrassing. She was sick on the lady. She's never ever sick. I think it was where I was holding her and like a little bit sick went on the lady, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I literally wanted to die. It was like one of those awful mum moments.
Pollyanna?
But she's been really good. We've been in the sea and she's just been running around naked and just very chilled island life. She's tired now, so we're trying to get through lunch. Yeah, Pollyanna. Are you going to say hello? Pollyanna, how old are you? Pollyanna, how old are you? How old are you? Remember? How old are you? No? I taught her yesterday. She's been doing it today, but she won't play up. She's playing up for the camera. How old are you? And she goes this, but she does say 2 when she does it. Have a little girl. Adam has got the burger and chips, which actually look like ready salted crisps. And I've just gone for a bowl of crisps. I didn't realise they were like this, but they're really nice. Watch the step.
Whoopsie.
So that was another wedding venue. Double it up and make this dining area. Do you think could be cooler? So this is where you could have the ceremony, and they put benches here, and then this is where me and Adam would say our vows. But that view is incredible. Really beautiful part where you would have the ceremony, but again it's more like the after where you'd sit down and have the meal. It didn't really grab me. This is the part where you would have the sit down meal and the speeches over by the pool, and then the sunset's over here as well, right in between the cliffs where you have the ceremony. And also like where you'd have the DJ, you'd have that all in the same part. But where you'd have the ceremony is incredible. Like the sun would set and you'd be there. Yeah, really nice. And obviously I've seen that one on Pinterest loads, so that's like a really popular one, isn't it? I don't know whether people kind of like having the ceremony in the really like picturesque part and then not too bothered about the tables, but I also know what kind of tables I want, and I want quite long tables, whereas there they would have round tables. They cater it all for you. Really great if you just want everything done for you and everything off your hands. But I think for us it's probably not the one. What are you doing? Yeah. But the benches as well that they sit on for the ceremony, it was so beautiful. Everything, the arches that they use, so beautiful. And the fact that you can sleep up to 10 guests, it would be great for, I think, a smaller wedding as well. This is inside the villa, so if we were having it for one day, this would be open to us. This in the kitchen and the downstairs toilet. And then the bedrooms are here, but it seats 10 people, so that's something we would have to discuss and decide on. And then this is the front door. Lots of pretty... Oh, where's Mummy going? Lots surrounded by like so many beautiful flowers. things and get insights, and like the lady gave us prices and said that we could use one of our own celebrants, and so somebody we know could do the ceremony, and she also gave us like insights on flowers and how much she thinks that we would be spending on flowers. And so that's it for today. It was just 2, and then tomorrow we have 2 again tomorrow, so that's our last full day tomorrow, full day night.
We'll go back to the one that we like.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the one that we like tomorrow for dinner in the evening, so that we can see what it's like lit up at night. I think.
Well, yeah, I booked a table.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we spent the whole day there today and we loved it, and yeah, I'd love to go back there again for dinner. Yeah, see what it's like at night time. We've just been discussing that villa that we've just been to, and Adam has just corrected me. You can now have a new thing that they're offering, is you can have the meal where the ceremony is, so that beautiful view, you can actually set up tables and have the meal there, which is great. But then another thing that we've just like discussed is the fact that we wouldn't be able to relax with children. So we're gonna have around 20 kids there on the day, and they range from, like, obviously our baby, he'll be about 19 months, isn't he? Like when 18 months when we get married. Pollyanna will be obviously 3 or something. Literally, I can't even work, my maths is so bad I can't even work it out. Yeah, so she'll be 3 and a bit, but you just couldn't relax. There's the infinity pool doesn't have a barrier, so I would be scared of kids like trying to climb over or even walk along like the wall where the sunset is. I know people would just have to keep an eye on their kids, but that's easier said than done when people want to relax at the same time. People with kids wouldn't be able to relax. So I think, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Also, something that's just been niggling me is, I'm gonna say the comment, Pollyanna was like throwing things, she had a key in her hand and she like threw it on the table, and then the lady said, oh, I hate to see what your home's like, or something, wasn't it? I hate to see what your home's like. I was like, our home, I didn't say anything because I was concentrating on Pollyanna, but Adam said to her, oh no, she's not like this, she's just showing off. Yeah, like this poor kid has been dragged around different venues in a heat wave in Ibiza, and she threw a pair of keys on the table. Like, yeah, that got my back up a little bit, not gonna lie. I wish I had said something at the time, but apart from that, so she's like 1. She's 1. Like, you try and keep a 1-year-old still. But yeah, that really annoyed me. This evening we are out early and we don't have any more wedding plans, so we're just, oh, it's nearly 9. Oh, we're just walking up to a part of old Ibiza. Yeah, that was the restaurant I said yesterday. I don't know if it's a castle. Is it a castle? I don't even know what it is. But we drove up to it yesterday when we were looking for a pharmacy and we got lost and we ended up at the top. But we're gonna walk up it today. It's steep. You can get steps all the way to the top, but we've
still
got
30 degrees
Pollyanna.
as well.
Yeah, it's so hot. So there's a heat wave while we're here and it's boiling. And I'm so tired. But this part of Ibiza really reminds me of Saint-Tropez. It's kind of like, yeah, I said Saint-Tropez on a budget, but it's not cheap here. It just isn't Saint-Tropez. Yeah, this is the side of Ibiza that I just never knew existed, or I was ignorant to. I only imagined Ibiza to be like party and San Antonio Strip. So beautiful.
Cruises.
Oh, okay. Over here, yeah. Look at all that rubbish down there though. Go to the boats. Wave hello. Hello.
Pollyanna.
Just up here for sunset.
Not much. Easy yourself. Ready? Stand up.
Pizza
Pizza.
and Fritz. So we've just walked up to the top. Well, that was it, wasn't it? Maybe it went round a little bit more to the side. What's the time now? So it was 9 o'clock when we were walking. What's the time, baby? I'm gonna sneeze.
It's been 50 minutes.
50 minutes. Bless me. We did do photos.
That includes photos, yeah.
So we're just looking for dinner now. Pollyanna had loads of fun running around barefoot, being free. She's gonna be like her mummy. And this is the part that reminds me of Saint-Tropez. The little town, the little alleyway roads with the restaurants on either side.
This isn't.
Shall I go in front of you? Shall I go in front of you? Haven't seen any pizza. It's gonna be slippery, isn't it? We finally found a restaurant. All of the ones on the little road that we kind of had to book. So Pollyanna's just watching Waffle Dog while we wait for dinner. She was a bit restless and tired, so I'm allowing her some screen time. It's so hard to try and get her to sit and wait for food, so I don't mind her watching something, but when the food's here, it disappears. Look at her, she's just fixated. Show everyone what you think we should get for our house.
I said a print of some kind.
Yeah, and you showed me this. So he just saw this in the toilet. Because when we go on holiday, we normally buy something. Oh my god. Wherever we go on holiday, we normally always buy something from that place. And when we was in Saint-Tropez, we bought a print of Saint-Tropez, and it was kind of really relevant to Saint-Tropez. He's just come out of the toilet and showed me Flower Power Paissa. It's not going up anywhere in our house. When we was on our first ever holiday in Thailand for like 6 weeks, I got Adam a print for, was it Christmas? I got him it from Thailand, from a shop. Every day we walked past it in...
We carried it home.
Where was we? In PP, yeah. And every time we walked past it, he loved it, but it's so colourful. Even when I was buying it, I was like, this is never going up. And that was 3 years ago nearly.
Never even put it in a frame.
And I've not even framed it. It's still rolled up. I think it's at his mum and dad's house. But yeah, he likes colour, and I'm not that into that much colour. Adam's gone for pasta, I've gone for pizza, but she is eating really well. She hasn't eaten very well today, and I don't know, she was obviously sick earlier, but
Pollyanna?
I think it's just the heat, it's too much. We are at our 6th wedding venue on our 3rd day, and this is one that I've seen a lot on Pinterest, and it's the view of the Vedra rock formation island, but we've been speaking to a few people, and I had read online it's actually illegal to get married up here, but people still do it. You can organise, some wedding planners will do it, some will not. Some that I've spoke to already have said no, and a few people have said that they would. It's mainly the logistics behind it. So if the police come, they can shut down your wedding, and obviously getting chairs and things, especially we're going to have 80 people, so we've got to consider that. So getting 80 lots of chairs up here is going to be quite difficult. But the view is amazing, and if you take a look on Pinterest, there are so many photos of this wedding, but they've risked it so bad. They've risked their day being shut down to have their wedding here. So we've come to take a look because it's still an option, and but literally just driving to this point here, I think we've still got quite a climb. People all have just come down in hiking clothes, but it says do not enter, no cars, your car will be towed away. There's quite a few cars still here though when you pull up, but it says, hello baby, it says forbidden. So just something to bear in mind if you're not the risk taker, I guess. But we're gonna go and take a look what it looks like at the top. Yeah, baby? We're gonna go to the top of the cliff. Top of the mountain.
So
this is part of the track. Bearing in mind we drove probably 4 minutes down. People in hiking stuff. I'm in flip-flops and I'm in Haciendas. So you'd have to do this on your wedding day. Yeah, there's no way you can get a car down here. So you'd have to walk in your wedding dress all down here. It's the first thing that you see when you come up. And you look this way. And that is the viewpoint. So this is the view you will see all over Pinterest for Ibiza weddings. What they don't show you is everything that you have to do to get to here. And it's 10 o'clock and it's boiling. So we're in June and it's absolutely boiling. And to do this in a wedding dress or in a suit, it is crazy, but that is so incredible. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Are you gonna say bye-bye to the cliff? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye boats.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye boats.
Dripping with sweat. It is absolutely amazing, but again, you can't corner it off, so people will still be here. And I think this is where it happens. So you don't see all of this in the background. People are even walking up here. So this is where the chairs would be. And then, I don't know, you'd do it here. Although it doesn't look very rocky on Pinterest. It looks like this isn't here, doesn't it? It's like there's no trees in the on the back, like behind the arch where you'd have the ceremony. So maybe this is, I don't know, yeah, strange, but absolutely incredible. The whole views of Ibiza, this side of the island. But yeah, imagine all your guests as well having to walk down here. But that view is breathtaking. This is the trail and it's about 4 or 5 minute walk from where we've parked the car, which you're not even allowed to drive to. And if you were to walk from the main entrance, I think that would be about a 15-minute walk. But it's so rocky, it wouldn't be good for elderly people. It's not great for children up there, obviously, because there's no railings. So it's just everything you have to consider. Like, you see these beautiful, oh, where am I? You see these beautiful photos on Pinterest and you don't know what goes on behind it. A few of the wedding planners we spoke to, they actually said people come up here, if they're getting married near here, they come up here just for photos, or they come up here the next day for photos, which I'm assuming is what people do. But then obviously we have seen photos where the ceremony is all set up and the chairs are all there. But yeah, it's not sectioned off. We thought it might have been owned by like the council and you pay a fee. Like there was a part in Capri when we were looking where you paid a fee for the top of the cliff and they sorted it, but you just had to find a wedding planner to get chairs and things up there. This is the other venue that we were looking at, El Chognito. We were here the other day, but my camera didn't have any battery.
We're looking at the wedding here.
Yeah.
So you can have exclusive hire. Hello. You can have exclusive hire of the whole venue. The beach isn't a private beach, so there would be people on the beach, but this is where the ceremony would take place. So me and Adam would be down here, and then they put all the chairs along the side. But we really like this one. That there's just a few things that you've got to think about the heat. Oh, they put the thing up. So when we were here, this wasn't here, and this was a thing that we didn't know if we would like it. We don't know if this is going to be up when the wedding is. They put this up in really high season. So this is what it could be. This is the one, but this is just, oh sorry. But this is, yeah, so it's all of this. And these are the stairs that the bride would come down and come round. And then come over here, walk down the aisle, and then there'll be all chairs along here, and chairs along here, and up here, yeah, chairs. So, yeah, it was, but yeah, the only downside to this one is, obviously you have no control over the beach, so, yeah, that was the same with Cala Gracienta as well, the first one we went to, so I guess it just depends on your preference. All the other venues have the wedding in the evening, so around, what time would you say? It's between 6 and 8 o'clock they would have the actual ceremony, whereas here the ceremony is in the day, so like 2:30, 3:30, and it's 8 o'clock now and the beach is still rather busy. So yeah, it's something for us to consider and think about if this was going to be the venue. We have been sat on the beach, we watched the sunset, we finished dinner up here with the love of my life and Pollyanna say hola. Pollyanna say hola.
Hello.
She's been saying it to everybody. Hola. How you want to look at it? Say hola. Hola. Oh, she's been so good. I just love her so much. Okay, should we go get some ice cream somewhere? Yeah, that's a yes. Oh, it's our last day, full day here today, and we have no wedding plans, no wedding viewings or anything like that. But we've just come to Beach House, which is a beach club, and it was really recommended on Instagram by a few people. But I think that had a kids club, didn't it? But the beds, no, neither did I. And you couldn't book a bed and a dinner table. You could only book one thing. So we went there anyway, hoping to get a bed. And the beds are so close together, there was literally no room. So then we said, okay, let's not get a bed, because for 2 beds and an umbrella, it was like 60 euros.
But they were just
and
shit.
They were so squashed together, like when you, fine if you haven't got a kid, but we've got a baby that will be running around. So we thought, okay, we'll go sit on the sand. But then the bay wasn't nice compared to like the ones that we've been to yesterday. I don't think I filmed, but like we was at Cotton Beach yesterday, and that bay was so beautiful. And then the bay that we was at last night and we spent the second day at, the water's so clear, no waves, it's not deep, whereas that it had like loads of seaweed and like high waves, and it kind of went deep straight away, so it wouldn't have been the best for Pollyanna, and the sand wasn't as nice, so
seaweedy. Yeah,
it was all seaweedy. So me being a little diva, and like Adam doesn't mind, he's very good, he's like, he could just sense, he's like, are you sure you want to stay here, we can go somewhere else.
I knew you was gonna have that face on you all day.
Even though it's gonna be like, oh, let me turn this down. Even though it's gonna be like maybe a half an hour drive to the next beach, the other side of the island. So basically this side of the island is San Antonio, is it?
No, Playa de Basa.
Oh, Playa de Basa, but I don't think any of the beaches on this part are nice. So I do recommend, if you're here with kids or you just want a nice beach, if you enjoy going in the sea, to definitely head over to the other side of the island, because the sea's so clear and it's beautiful to swim in, and it's great for kids. One thing is, if you're not staying at a beach club for the day, do buy a parasol, because there's no shaded spots whatsoever. We had to do that yesterday. Cotton Beach was, but yeah, Cotton Beach had no shade whatsoever. So yesterday she had a little meltdown. She was really tired after lunch, and I walked her back from the lunch spot so Adam could finish paying, and I walked back to the towels, got back to the towel. We had our parasol, but it wasn't enough for her. She was like rolling around in the sand, screaming, crying. Everybody was looking at me. You know, like one of those moments you see in a film and you're like, have you never seen a crying baby before? So, oh, it was horrible. I had nowhere to go with her because the sun was at its highest point. There was absolutely no shade whatsoever, and the sand was boiling hot. So yeah, it was, yesterday had like one stressful part out of the whole holiday. So yeah, they're my tips. Just get a parasol, check out the beach, and the beach club isn't necessary, it just depends what you like. For her, a beach club is kind of pointless because she wants to stay by the sea and I'm down there, or Adam's up there, like we're kind of not together because we're doing different things. So yeah, I think just a parasol and a towel, a big towel. We got some massive ones from Aldi while we were over here. So yeah, let's go to the next beach. We're at the beach, yay! She wakes up so happy. She's just always so content with whatever we do.
Where did you put the car keys?
They were down by the side of her. Good girl. Where's mummy? You just said that wasn't mummy.
That's mummy, isn't it? It's got yellow hair and a smiley face.
We are just now at Babylon Beach, so it's about 4 o'clock and we don't have to leave IBIZA. I'll get to the airport until about 7. So we've just come to Babylon Beach, which was another hotel. It was another option for the hotel. Oh, what am I saying? It was another option, wedding venue option. But the only thing is, it's so beautiful. But if you've got kids, I think it's unsuitable just because you're on a cliff and there's no what? Yeah, I'll show you. But you're on the edge of like the cliff and there's no railings or anything. So, but it's really beautiful. I think we would do like a meal here one evening for the wedding with everyone hiring the place out or something. But I'll show you it. It's really nice. So this is it. We booked a table yesterday. And yeah, it's just, you see, that's the edge of it. Are you drawing? We get you some water, Pollyanna. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers!
Hey, you have some? You do some? Chew this for, don't you?
I know they're hard, aren't they? So that is the end of our IBIZA holiday. Say bye-bye, IBIZA. Say bye-bye. She was just playing really nicely with some Spanish girls and then she fell and bumped her head. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So ciao. So that is the end of this vlog. And yeah.